Welcome to the Week 12 version of the Lifelessness recap show. I'm going to quickly get through what just happened and then get into what's going to happen and kind of update everybody on how all this is going to break out. So, Barney's Bastard defeats Prozac Puffers 136 to 94. Josh Allen, 34 points for Dave's team with the upset. And I like it. Alpha Michael Foxtrot defeats Deputy Doofy 98-76. Hooked on the Thielen goes for 23. Mega Movers defeats Redcoats 101 to 82. Mr. Mixon 37 points. We got the Philadelphia Boxcars 88. Smoke My Shores 75. Miami's defense leads the way for Gill's squad with 24. Def Bombers big win over overpaid convicts 140 to 55. Playoff Len 49 points gets the win for Mitchell. Destroyers keeps it going, 89 to 63 over the Logical Intercourse. Stephon Diggs, 20 points for John's team. And Lord Ron King's big win over Piper Wentz Pooh, 117-85. Aaron Rodgers, 35 points. High point players, still Jonathan Taylor from last week. Myself, 57 points. And high point team, this yada yada, Redcoats, 197 week 5. All right, so here's where we're at. Here's what's going down and all kinds of things. So before I get into matchups, let's look at the standings. Myself and Lance, we have the first round buys locked up. Thanks to Lance's loss last week, I'm gonna theoretically clinch the top number one seed. Even though me and Lance play each other this week, our number one tiebreaker is points, and I am 214 points ahead of Lance at this current moment. So he'd have to beat me by 214. The highest score in the history of this league is sitting on 197 right now. That's all you need to know. So there's that. John is the Destroyers is the 3 seed. He has clinched the playoff spot. Mitchell is in a win and in situation. The winner of the Mark Piper, and that's the Redcoats Piper Wentz Pooh matchup, should be in. Mark, if you win, you are in just on the points tiebreaker because you're so far ahead of that group at, 5 and whatever that group is at, 6 and 6? Yeah, you're so far ahead of that group at 6 and 6. All you need to do, Mark, is win. You're in. Piper, you win. You've got to do some work because you're at the bottom of that 6 and 6 group according to points. So, winners should be in. Losers should be out. And because we are at the last week of our regular season, get more into that in a minute. So that's where we're at seedings. Everywhere else, if you're 6 and 6, you need to win to get, more than likely have a shot to get in. Over 80%, definitely over 50% chance to get in if you win. But if you're on the lower end of that points total at 6 and 6, you might want to do that. The 5 and 7 group, and there's a bunch of you. What is there? 3 of you? 2 of you? Where am I at? 3? There's 2 of you. Smoke My Shorts and Lord Ron Kings. Forgot to look at your point situation before the airing of this video. But you have to win and pray for chaos is what you guys need. So that's where we're at. You get to 7 wins, you're going to be in. You got to get to 6, you got to crush your fingers. So that's where we're at. So here is the matchups this week. We got the 10-2 Prozac Puffers up against the 11-1 Alpha Michael Foxtrot. Lance leads the series 7-5. I won last year. We're just playing. Like I said, we're just playing. We got the 6 and 6 Piper Wentz Pooh up against the 6 and 6 Redcoats. I just told you the ramifications of this matchup. Mark leads the series 1-0 with a 1-game win series last year. 6 and 6 Philadelphia Boxcars up against the 7 and 5 Def Bombers. I believe I mentioned both of these. Mitchell, if he wins, he's automatically in. If he loses, might get in. Philadelphia Boxcars has to win. Gil leads the series 4-0 and has won all 4 straight. 4 and 8 Logical Intercourse is up against the 6 and 6 Overpaid Convicts. Heidi's got to win. Pat leads the series 6-5. Heidi won last year. We've got the 5 and 7 Smoke My Shorts trying to hold on. up against the 8-4 Death Bomber or Destroyers. I'm sorry. John leads the series 3-0. Obviously, a 3-game win series. Lord Ron Kings 5-7 up against the 3-9 Mega Movers. Patrick leads the series 3-1 and has won 1 in the series. And the 3-9 Barney's Bastards up against the 4-8 Deputy Doofy. This is a playoff position, not playoff, draft pick positioning for next year. Dave leads the series 3-1. Aaron's got his 1 last year. Now, last little piece of information I got to go through is our schedule and what the heck is going on. So, at the beginning of the season, of course, with the addition of the 18th week, we could have extended it on, but I don't like the thought of having an unbalanced regular season where we've been balanced the whole way. So 13 regular season games, everyone plays everyone once. Nice and neat. Don't want to give anybody some might consider an unfair advantage because of the schedule. So that's why week 14 is open. There will be no head-to-head matchups in week 14. What we will do is play for high team and high players. So submit lineups if you will. So that's week 14. The playoffs will begin on week 15. That also gets rid of the bye weeks. I didn't want to start the playoffs with week 14 having bye weeks involved. That's just not fair to everybody that made the playoffs. So I wanted to get the playoffs away from the bye weeks. That's why the playoffs are not starting in week 14. So let's get all the playoff teams so everyone's got your squad, get your full squad going into the playoffs and not have an unfair advantage just because you got the late bye week card, so to speak. So we'll play week 13, last week of regular season. Week 14 is going for high point player, high point team. And then week 15, the playoffs will start in its usual manner with in the upper playoffs with the 3 playing the 6 and the 4 and the 5, and then down in the toilet bowl 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5. That'll start week 15, semifinals week 16, finals week 17, and then week 18 will have the same thing, same deal as week 14, playing for a high point player and high point team. There's that explanation. Hope everyone gets it. Hopefully next year we can kind of massage that so it'll make it work a little bit better. So we'll work on that draft day or at least going into it. So other than that, I'm going to get up out of here. See you next week. Out.